I really finished this book and I have so much emotion, and the main of all my emotions is the anger. I read Fourth Wing, ACOTAR, Quicksilver, and what is the difference between all of them? None. It's not different. They're all the same. It's the same character, the same world, the same style of writing. It's everything absolutely the same. These books are so trendy now, and everyone reading them. And I was so curious what is about them, and now I understood why they're trendy. If you read ACOTAR, for sure you will like Fourth Wing. If you like Fourth Wing, for sure you will like Quicksilver, because they have the same idea. They have the same characters. They have even the same powers. How I see it, Sarah, Rebecca, and Kelly, they're just sitting in the kitchen, talking, drinking tea, and writing their books. Because otherwise, I don't understand how it's possible that main character he is the same in every book. I feel bored with this book because entire time when I read this book, I had déjà vu. I had déjà vu that I already read it, that I already know what's happened next. All the tricks what it been in this book, it was obviously already for me. And it just seems that I'm reading the same story every time. I was so much angry that I even wrote the list what I find the similarity between these books. It's not only what is the same between all these books, but also its idea for your book. If you want to write a bestseller, what it would be trendy right away, you just can use these ideas, and for sure your book would be the trendiest one. It would be the same how others, but for what to create the wheel if it's already bicycles there. So what you need for your book, that this book would be right away trendy. First you need mates, a true couple, and they're supposed to be together by destiny and by God. Next you need man, but not just a regular one, no. He's supposed to be strong, with a lot of muscles, very tall, and with a huge dick. And dick is the most important in this movie, because for sure he's got all the sex, and no matter what woman would be next to him, he knows how to make her scream. If you're shy to write about erotic in the book, no worries, it's everything the same. So for sure he will first stand on his knee and please the girl, and next time it would be just regular sex, and the next time she would be on her knee and do everything what he wants, and it would be amazing, amazing, amazing. No surprises, no intrigues, they just come together every time. But so let's continue to talk about main character in the book. He has to be William, and everyone need to be scared of him because he has the most power than all of them together, and everyone's scared of him except the young girl who doesn't have any education, who doesn't have any manners, who is not strong enough, but she has a strong will, she is beautiful, he is not ordinary, and she for sure not afraid of main character. And of course, after some time we see that he actually not a villain how everyone think. No, he is actually sacrifice himself, pretends that he is bad, that other could believe. It could be relatives, it could be friends, it could be reals, it could be anything, but eventually we know that he is really good, he is not villain, he is very good puppy. What kind of power he is supposed to have? Well, it's supposed to be something dark and spooky, right? For example, it can be black fog. It can be shades how it was in the Fourth Wing. Or if I remember correct, Wizard had something also dark smoke around him. What else? It can be powerful but also spooky. Reading minds. Right. Reason hand power of reading minds. And also we remember that in the Fourth Wing, main characters they also could speak mentally with each other, and what is the surprise in the Quicksilver, they also can speak mentally with each other. That's quite a shock. How we can even more improve main character? Exactly. He is bad guy, or what is bad guys usually have? Right, tattoos. So all of them has whole the beautiful body covered with tattoo, and even more. The maids also have tattoo. Tattoo is actually very important in the romantic fantasy because we remember that in the fourth wind, girl, she didn't have tattoo, but eventually she had a tattoo because she was born with a dragon. But also we can see, I just kind of laugh of this. Because in the ACOTAR, we remember that when Fairy became truly made of reason, her hand became this tattoo. And what is the surprise again? In the Quicksilver is the same. It's also important tattoo, and how to understand that you're real mates with each other. Your mate has hand covered with tattoos. So what we have? Perfect body, a lot of power, villain who sacrificed himself for others, how we learn afterwards. But what else we need? We need that this strong man who is everyone afraid of, that he will show his emotion. He doesn't supposed to cover his emotion, especially when he is together with his mate. And we suddenly understood that actually he is not so strong. And he also needs support, and he also needs help. He tried absolutely everything. He's so much powerful, but he also has weaknesses. And here he has a girl who is 20 years old, who sacrificed herself already a lot for her family, who doesn't have education, power, or anything else. And we can see that usually girl, she is very weak at the beginning of the book, and she doesn't have anything, nobody cares about her. Usually she is alone, but she is also so much sacrificed herself and blah blah blah. And he have this power man who is many years old, who has a lot of knowledge, who has a lot of power, a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience of everything. And we see how during the book main character became weaker and more sentimental and crying. And at the end of the book we see that he became kind of under the girl, because girl in the same start growing and extremely smart became, and suddenly she started to have this superpower and she became above of the main character. What else is we need to add? Right, as main character supposed to be immortal, and he usually doesn't care about his mate. Right, she is human, she is weak, but whatever. He agreed to be with her until her last days, no matter what. And eventually she also became immortal, because that's what we like to read also about immortal life, and rich and handsome, and that everything would be beautiful. Okay, now we have love story. What else we need? We need a true friends with who you can share your problems, and these friends will do absolutely everything for you, and you will do absolutely everything for them. The friendship who is all of us will only can dream. And how else you can give more value to the story? Right. First you need to draw a map. And in this map, it's supposed to be many names, what is hard to pronounce it. And also, all names in the book supposed to be also hard to pronounce it, that everyone would be curious how it's correct to pronounce that name. So that's what you need to write your own fantasy book. And probably if you will pay more attention, you can even more find clues how to write this book. Because this list I made maybe for 10 minutes, it's just, I was so pissed when I read this book. It's really like copy paste, all this fantasy romance. And I love fantasy romance. I so much love it. I'm just so tired to read all the time the same story. I just want something new. I don't want that it would be fairy, one-person dragons. I want that it would be some new world with some more interesting characters, that they wouldn't be maybe so perfect, but they would be interesting, they would be funny, they would be with a lot of charisma. And I hope that I will find this fantasy book. And if you know some interesting books, please leave your comments and I will see. Thank you that you watched this video, and see you on my next video.